he did for superstars like John Cena and Randy Orton when it was all about making them famous and the next Hulk Hogan or the next Rock or something of that caliber. I know that we're a long way away from seeing the next Austin or Rock, but I mean, The Undertaker is one guy who can really bring the best out of anyone he faces, especially at WrestleMania, with how phenomenal he performs in that one match a year. Now, it's also speculated The Undertaker will be returning full time, so there is a chance The Undertaker and Kane could reunite as a team for an extensive amount of time. Let's say they reunite the night after the Royal Rumble as a team. That will give them about 2.5 months as a team on the Raw Super Shows and Friday Night SmackDown, and enough time to build up a storyline for WrestleMania 29 where The Undertaker or Kane turn on one another. And how authentic would it be if The Undertaker plays the heel and it all builds up to The Undertaker streak coming to an end? I know it's highly unlikely, but it would throw a unique twist into the storyline between The Undertaker and Kane and add significantly well to their already extensive history, which goes back as far as October 5th of 1997. There are so many ways that this feud could play out, but I truly believe no matter how it plays out, it needs to be the most infamous encounter, and if it's the third encounter, it has to be the most detailed and have a little bit of significance. I've written about it for a written column in this corner with Jonathan Clarke. You may have to go back a fair way to see the archive for The Undertaker and Kane's match at WrestleMania 29. This is a match I believe that's happening a little bit too late, over a year and a half later than it should have happened. I think that it should have happened at WrestleMania 28, if anywhere, because of the significance of the show. And if you remember back to when I wrote a column for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke on how significant WrestleMania 28 was for the Hall of Fame inductees, how they were treated, the Undertaker Triple H match, and The Rock and John Cena, with The Rock's solidification of him being one of the greatest of all time. That was the WrestleMania I believe this match should have happened at, and given the fact that Kane was just having a novelty feeling about him, reintroducing himself as the resurrected, updated Masked Kane from 1997, that is when The Undertaker should have faced Kane at WrestleMania. Having him in two significant feuds with John Cena and Randy Orton at WrestleMania 28, he wins a match against Randy Orton. Randy Orton defeats him at the following pay-per-view. Really didn't prove any beneficiary things to Kane. Later that year, it took him a few months to get himself out of a rut. He became one of two potential contenders for the WWE Championship, and I was really hoping Kane was going to face CM Punk in a singles feud for the championship. We never saw that. To me, Kane was just thrown in there to make the match seem more infamous, as opposed to having Daniel Bryan and CM Punk feud in a singles feud over the WWE Championship. If anything, Kane should have prospered off feuds with John Cena and Randy Orton. If anyone were to prosper out of the two, it wasn't John Cena or Randy Orton who needed momentum, it was Kane, because he was newly reintroduced. And having this match put on the back burner so much, The Undertaker and Kane at WrestleMania, and leaving fans in the dark as to whether or not we will see a third encounter, is injustifiable. It's definitely a miscarriage of justice, if anything, in the words of Gorilla Monsoon. I want to see it. I know a lot of other radio shows, columnists, and especially wrestling fans want to see it, and that's why I'm making this our final WrestleMania 29 fantasy matchup to discuss. Over the past few weeks, I've talked about several fantasy matchups for WrestleMania 29, including CM Punk and Steve Austin, The Rock and Brock Lesnar, John Cena and The Rock, which I believe is the most highly likely match to happen out of any fantasy match that I've suggested in my video archives on my YouTube channel for WrestleMania 29. And if you have any fantasy matchups you would like to suggest in the following weeks, you can do so by finding me on Facebook at facebook.com/HEW Entertainment. You can follow me on Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and you can watch past video archives of my radio show, including our fantasy matchup series for WrestleMania 29, which is some of our more recent archives at youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. Don't forget to subscribe to us on social media for consistent updates and reminders as to what's happening both on the official website of HEW Entertainment and our social media network pages, including Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, where you'll find archives of everything we've discussed. Thank you so much for joining us over the past few weeks for our look at fantasy matchups for WrestleMania 29. I've got some great music on the way for you next. A classic from Tim McGraw back in the 90s is where we're taking you to. Tim McGraw and Please Remember Me is on the way next. We're just a few months away from WrestleMania 29 and a little over 1 year away from the prestigious 30th anniversary of WrestleMania, a celebration of over 3 decades of the most prestigious event in sports entertainment history. Tim McGraw is on the way next.
When something takes place in the world of professional wrestling, you know where to go. WrestleZone.com. WrestleZone.com. covering all the latest breaking news daily. Interactive forums where you can chat with thousands of other wrestling fans. Exclusive editorials and audio features by some of today's top wrestling superstars. Exclusive video content, weekly polls, live play-by-play coverage of every WWE and TNA pay-per-view. And now, featuring WrestleZone Radio, live with news, in-depth discussions, debates, and interviews with wrestling's top stars, past and present. When you think wrestling, think WrestleZone. WrestleZone.com.
He considers himself God's gift to wrestling, and millions of his faithful agree. With nearly 4 hours of footage and exclusive commentary and matches, this DVD chronicles Daniel's rise from Chicago's Windy City Wrestling to the Asylum in Nashville, and finally to the top of TNA. TNA Home Video presents Heaven Sent, Hell Bound, the best of Christopher Daniels. Available at most retailers and TNAWrestling.com.
Hey you right there, the one listening to this show. While you're tuning into this broadcast or when you read the news on WrestleZone.com, are you forming opinions of it all? Or do you just agree with everything you see and hear? If you actually have some sort of afterthought, which by the way is normal, we want to know what it is. There are thousands of wrestling fans just like you that simply can't hold their thoughts in either. And they let it all out in our interactive forums. You have a voice, so use it. Simply visit forums.WrestleZone.com. Don't just be active, be reactive in the official WrestleZone.com forums. For all the latest in mixed martial arts, be sure to visit WrestleZone's sister site, SureDog.com. Complete with daily news, exclusive video, interviews, live radio broadcast, interactive forums, and the very popular Fight Finder with bios and complete match-by-match histories of your favorite fighters. SureDog is the only place you need when it comes to mixed martial arts. Visit SureDog.com today.
Hi, my name is Adam Nudelman, but I play the Phantom on the radio. I'm here to remind you that, screw that, my book, Mysteries of Wrestling Solved, is available at finer bookstores everywhere. That stupid fake voice, I hate it. I wrote a book along with Sir Adam Kleinberg called Mysteries of Wrestling. It has the questions that you wanted answered. Why does Steve Austin hate Jeff Jarrett? Are referees really blind and stupid and dumb? Who is actually the toughest wrestler in the business outside of the ring? Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kamala. We get down and dirty with insider facts you've never read about anywhere else. So what are you waiting for? It makes a great stocking stuffer. You're too short, you buy 3 of them, you get taller, you just stand on them. Mysteries of Wrestling Solved by ECW Press, written by Sir Adam Kleinberg and Adam the Phantom Nudelman. Available everywhere. It's done. The plug is done. I'm done. I didn't sell it well enough. There's naked pictures of China in there. Okay? Thank you.
Available now on DVD. John Triton is on the toughest, most important mission of his life.
They have a hostage. It's my wife.
And with everything on the line,
I gotta do something, and I gotta do it now.
nothing and no one can stop him.
See, I tried to kill this guy twice today.
Now, see the Marine in a whole new way with the unrated version. Get more edge-of-your-seat action, more mind-blowing explosions, more of the Marine. This unrated version features material too hot for theaters, plus special behind-the-scenes features. John Cena is the Marine. Only unrated version. Available now on DVD. Rated version also available.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete. I'm just a wrestler. I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a row.
I was a national champion at the University of Miami. My jersey was retired at Florida State.
I was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen.
Had over 200 stitches.
I suffered a dozen concussions.
Broken bones.
I separated shoulders.
And broke my neck.
Blown out knees.
But I still got up.
This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train. Thousands of hours of practice.
Injuries can happen at any time.
My kneecap just kind of blew over to the side of my leg. I've torn the pectoral muscle completely off my shoulder.
I've had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
You do question, can I come back from this?
My body, my life is on the line.
Don't risk yours. Please, don't try this.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Clarke, the voice of HEW Entertainment Radio. For years, HEW Entertainment has been the #1 professional wrestling news website on the internet for good reason, including headlines, extensive video footage, a radio program weekly, a weekly column for our users to read, video footage from HEW Wrestling Network, a YouTube channel, a MySpace, a Facebook, everything that a professional wrestling news website should have. HEW Entertainment has it for you in one place. Event results, video footage, news headlines, thousands of images, a weekly column, a weekly radio broadcast including archives, fantasy results, live chat rooms, forums, pay-per-view play-by-play, and so much more. For more information, add us today at facebook.com Jonathan Clarke and check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com Jonathan Clarke 22 to subscribe to our YouTube videos. HEW Entertainment is professional wrestling's most hated website and the #1 wrestling website on the internet today. Find out why by pulling us up through any major search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Alta Vista, etc. HEW Entertainment, your one source for everything professional wrestling. Do you have an opinion about something you've heard on HEW Entertainment Radio? Well, here's your chance to get a hold of us. Send us an email at hewwrestling@hotmail.com or send us a friend's request on MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment Radio. What are you waiting for? We'd love to hear from you, so drop us a line. Want to let Jonathan Clarke and HEW Entertainment Variety Radio know what's on your mind? Sometimes the radio form isn't enough. That's why HEW Entertainment has an official Facebook. Go to facebook.com and send